under Saving Mr. Banks. It stars Tom Hanks, and Emma Thompson. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. The story, in simplicity, is basically about Walt Disney trying to persuade and convince P.L. Travers, who was the author of Mary Poppins, to get that book made into a film. Mary Poppins, which is a very well-known movie. If you don't know what Mary Poppins the movie is, whistle your ears and open your eyes, because it's one of the greatest movies ever made. The big selling point of this movie is that Tom Hanks, one of the greatest actors of our generation, plays the Walt Disney. And the weirdest thing is that he's not even in the movie for that much. He's not even the greatest aspect of the movie. But he is great. The movie is actually a very personal story about P.L. Travers, and I don't know how much of it is on point and true, but back in the early 1900s, when the author was very young, she had a family, sisters, a mother, and a father. The father in this movie is played by Colin Farrell, and something that transpires in her childhood spawns Mary Poppins, the character, and it is our duty as an audience to unravel this mystery and also witness some really funny interaction between Walt Disney and P.L. Travers. The film has a consistent tone of bouncing around from past to present being 1961 in this case, which eventually builds to a culmination that unravels the conclusion of the film, and I gotta say, I pretty much love the movie. Mary Poppins, among a few other films, including Sound of Music, Little Mermaid, and Lion King, were films that I watched over and over and over again when I was very, very young. So that movie had a big impact on my life. So seeing this movie and how well told it was, just something hit my heart a lot. It might be a little bit too cookie cutter, a little bit too Hollywood biased of a movie, and it might be a little manipulative emotionally, but it really hit my heartstrings. And for the last half of the movie, I was struggling to keep my tears within my eyes, and eventually I couldn't do it anymore. This movie got to me. The film has a very well told story, and the story, while it is very emotionally satisfying and it leaves you like with a very heartwarming feeling, the characters make it too. Tom Hanks as Walt Disney couldn't be any more perfect. He is great as the character, and it didn't feel like a cheap imitation either. It felt like he really got lost in that role too. Emma Thompson, although, really steals the show as P.L. Travers, the author, and this is a great performance on her part. The movie has dramatic moments. It's very heartwarming. It's funny. It has a lot of comedic moments when they're interacting in the screenwriting room, in the screenwriting process. The thorough story of the movie is pretty cliched, and you know what's going to happen from the beginning point. But I can't say I wasn't engaged and invested in the characters. Almost from the get-go, I was totally in it. Everybody just gives a very genuine performance. Also, I forgot to mention Paul Giamatti. He's probably the best supporting actor now. And his character, he plays a cab driver, and he really added something emotionally to this movie that felt genuine, and it didn't feel like it was placed and tacked on there either. People like to complain that movies like this seem to be too manipulative, they seem to be too cheap in the regard they're only made to serve the Oscars and to make people cry. It goes out of its way to make you cry, but if it's well executed and it gets to you, then it doesn't matter how Hollywood biased and how by the books it is, it made you cry. So, it's not visually zany from a directing perspective. It's pretty straightforward. It's straight off the books. It's like if you wanted to have a textbook of movies that are made to satisfy both Hollywood producers, executives, and audiences without making anybody seem this is too unique and stupid. This movie's for you then. It can satisfy any audience. Something else is that for some reason I've been reluctant to return to watching Mary Poppins the movie. For some years now, I don't know. I don't feel like I would enjoy it as much as I did when I was a kid. But then this movie came out, I watched the movie, and now I have a very, very obsessive urge to watch Mary Poppins. And I guess the movie had a purpose to do that too, because I'm obsessed with Mary Poppins right now. I've been singing "Let's Go Fly a Kite" for the last 24 hours or so. It's not even funny. I need help. And it's a really, really emotionally resonating and satisfying movie that all audiences can enjoy. It has everything you'd want in a movie, and there's even a speech, because every great movie out there has a speech. This one has one from Tom Hanks as Walt Disney, and it's memorable, man. I was thinking about my rating for this movie for quite a bit, and I've come to the conclusion that this movie, it's MaffmanJones. It's a 5 out of 5 stars. I love this movie. But I want to know from you guys, when you see Saving Mr. Banks, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Did you think Tom Hanks' Walt Disney was perfection? Because I thought it was. I think nobody else can play the character like he did. He basically just took the role and stole it. Please subscribe to MaffmanJones so you'll never miss a review from me ever again. Like the video, and check out my Facebook, my Twitter, and We Live Film accounts down below in the info box. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'm back, I was just joking before, but okay, I think Mickey Mouse is trying to possess me. Stop! Stop! See you next time.